Caretaker PM Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob announced lower toll rates for 6 expressways in the Klang Valley. Fares at Ampang Kuala Lumpur Elevated Highway (AKLE), Guthrie Corridor Expressway (GCE), Lebuh Raya Kemuning Shah Alam LKSA and Kajang Dispersal Link Expressway (SILK) will come down effective 12:01 a.m. on October 20th. This is after the government gave the green light to restructure 4 highway toll concession companies under Project Lintasan Kota Holdings Pro Lintas in a move that will reportedly save them about 8.8 billion ringgit in compensation. Meanwhile, rates for Lebuh Raya Kajang Seremban Lekas and the Sungai Besi Expressway Besraya under IJM Corp will be lowered effective January 1st, 2023. The decision to reduce the rates was reportedly made prior to the dissolution of Parliament on Monday. This aside, an additional lane and a new tunnel will be built from the Gombak Plaza toll to the Bentong Plaza toll on the Kuala Lumpur-Kara Expressway to ease traffic. The Caretaker PM added that flood mitigation works will also be carried out on Phase 1 of the East Coast Expressway. Ismail Sabri was speaking at the opening of the Damansara Shah Alam Elevated Highway or DASH. In conjunction with the launch, he said usage of the highway is free for 1 month from 12:01 a.m. on October 14th. PAS says it will not dissolve the state assemblies of Kelantan, Terengganu and Kedah, which are under its rule. It has also decided to remain in the Perikatan Nasional Coalition. PAS President Tan Sri Abdul Hadi Awang said in a statement that the party's Central Working Committee had decided to strengthen collaboration within PN in the upcoming polls based on the Islamic Ummah principle. The Marang Member of Parliament said the party will finalise negotiations on seat allocation with PN. Candidates will have to be evaluated by its Shura Ulama Council. The latest decision means that PAS will not work with UMNO in GE15, given that UMNO's clause to work with PAS is for the Islamic Party to quit the PN coalition. As for the other states, Selangor has confirmed that its Legislative Assembly will not be dissolved this year. Negeri Sembilan has indicated that it will not be holding state polls this year, though it will defer to the decision of PH's Presidential Council, while some leaders in Penang are reportedly urging for state elections to be held concurrently with the federal polls. Barisan Nasional-led Perlis and Pahang have indicated that they will seek the dissolution of their assemblies, while Perak is awaiting the decision of its ruler Sultan Nazrin Shah. Sabah, Sarawak, Johor and Melaka held state elections in recent years, so they're out of the picture. Former AmBank Customer Relationship Manager Joanna Yu said today that fugitive financier Loh Teck Jo or Jolo approached AmBank in 2009 for an unprecedented 10 billion ringgit bond issuance with a 30-year tenure for a sovereign wealth fund to develop Terengganu. The entity would eventually become 1MDB. Yu was testifying in the 1MDB tenure trial, where former Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Razak is charged with misappropriating 2.28 billion ringgit of 1MDB funds. She said an initial meeting was held in 2009 between Jolo, former 1MDB Director K.C. Tang, former 1MDB CEO Datuk Shahrul Azral Ibrahim Halmi, Yu and AmBank officers Teng Chian Choi, Seo Han Su and Yu's then team leader Chan Wan Seong. It was in this meeting that Jolo and the company asked the bank to provide a proposal for the bond issuance. According to Yu, her colleagues said that there may be not enough investors for the size of 10 billion ringgit and that a 30-year bond tenure in Malaysia was unprecedented. She said that several suggestions were discussed in the meeting to raise the funds, and among them was to obtain a government guarantee for the bond, to reduce the size of the bond issue, and also to shorten the tenure of the bond. Eventually, she said, the client settled on a 5 billion ringgit government guarantee bond for a period of 30 years. The Securities Commission Malaysia, or SC, has suspended the Capital Markets Services Representative's license of Inter-Pacific Asset Management IPOM Executive Director and Fund Manager Datuk Nazri Khan Adam Khan. IPOM's management said it is currently appealing against the 6-month suspension, which came into effect last Thursday. It also stressed that the suspension was due to administrative breaches and not about fund management. It said the IPOM has a solid track record of more than 30 years in unit trust funds and portfolio management, governed by stringent rules and regulations set by the SC. It also assured its clients that their investment is in good hands and managed professionally by its highly qualified team of investment professionals. Atlan Holdings returned to the black in the second quarter of FY23 with a net profit of 2.61 million ringgit compared with a net loss of 9.26 million ringgit in the same quarter last year. This was thanks to improved revenue contributions from the group's duty-free and automotive segments. Quarterly revenue swelled over 4 times to 87.76 million ringgit from 19.34 million ringgit in the same period a year ago. Still, no dividend was announced, while a payout of 5 cents per share was declared for the same period last year. For the cumulative first half FY23, Atlan posted earnings of 7.23 million ringgit compared with a net loss of 5.83 million ringgit. Revenue climbed 62.8% to 165.13 million ringgit from 101.41 million ringgit. Looking ahead, Atlan expects the business environment in which it operates to remain challenging, though it is cautiously optimistic that its financial performance will gradually improve for the remaining quarters of FY23. Its share price closed unchanged at RM2.99 today, bringing the group a market capitalisation of 758.4 million ringgit.